What's going on YouTube? Welcome to the channel. This is going to be my first video, and this channel is going to be about everything basketball related, mainly NBA content involving news, trades, signings, all the above. And in this video we're going to be talking about Kyrie Irving because I see a lot of mixed opinions about him, and the video that inspired me to make this video is called Why Everyone Hates Kyrie Irving, which mainly just defends him, but I want to show the other side of the story too, because in that video he called a lot of people uninformed and said that we just read headlines. Well, I did a lot more than that, and I still don't agree with what Kyrie's doing, but I'll explain why in this video. So first and foremost, he claimed that there was a double standard where we say to LeBron, say what you want, do what you want, and then to Kyrie we were saying, shut up and dribble. That's not the case at all. I'm perfectly fine. I think many others are perfectly fine with Kyrie speaking his mind and standing up for something. In fact, I applaud it. But the problem I have with Kyrie isn't the fact that he's speaking out, isn't the fact that he's asking questions or put people on a conference call to get all their opinions on whether or not the NBA should return. That's great. That's what a vice president does, and I think he did a great job doing that. My problem with Kyrie is one simple quote that he said, and I'll show it up on the screen here. The quote reads, "I don't support going into Orlando. I'm not with the systematic racism and the bullshit. Something smells a little fishy." Now the problem I have with this is something smells a little fishy. What's fishy about trying to bring back NBA basketball and trying to save people a lot of money? I mean, there's already reports that next season could be in jeopardy if the NBA players don't band together and play. So because the NBA wants to recover a lot of people's income and recover a season, that's fishy. Now I'm fully with the Black Lives Matter movement, and I applaud Kyrie for standing up for it and mentioning it, because I think it is important to mention, especially in the conference call. But to not play basketball with no plan, just, hey, we're going to sit out because racism exists. Racism has existed for centuries. It's going to keep existing, let's be honest. So not playing basketball with zero plan. If he would have said, hey, let's not play basketball and let's go protest, or if he said, hey, let's not go play basketball and we can donate some money or do something to raise awareness or do something. That is the core issue that I and many other NBA fans have a problem with, is that sentiment right there. And I think that's what Stephen A was talking about, that's what Kendrick Perkins was talking about, that's what Matt Barnes was talking about, and that's what Austin Rivers was talking about. All these guys understand that the NBA is a very powerful tool and a very influential tool, and I think that they can do it to promote social equality and social justice for everybody. So that's where the problem was for Kyrie and a lot of NBA fans, I think. I don't think that people are just reading the headlines and just saying, oh, let's hate on Kyrie because it's the cool thing to do, like that video mentioned. Well, at least not real NBA fans. I mean, sure, there's going to be some trolls. There's trolls on every side of everything, but real NBA fans that want to see the NBA come back, but also understand that these players are human and that they have emotions too and that they're going through a lot. And you look at Avery Bradley, he's sitting out because of his son and COVID-19. His son has a respiratory illness or underlying condition, I believe. So that's why he's sitting out. And you're seeing all these guys sit out for various reasons. And the thing with Kyrie is also he's not even going to be playing. So I get that his opinion still is as valid as anybody. I mean, he's a superstar, no question. But I think that's another reason why NBA fans were a little frustrated with him and maybe jumped the gun on a criticism, was that, oh, that's typical Kyrie. He's not even playing, but he wants to shut down the league because he has no chance. I mean, I guess that's kind of a weird argument to have, but I get why people had it initially, because they did not see the bigger picture and they were just quick to attack Kyrie. I think that's what the video was talking about, mainly with the criticism of Kyrie, but that still doesn't disprove any of the other valid points in the argument. Another issue I have with Kyrie Irving, and I think other fans do as well, he said he didn't want to play because the NBA could be a distraction for the movement, but then he goes and says that he wants to start his own league, his own NBA. He wants to start a brand new basketball league. Wouldn't that distract the movement? If you're saying that you don't want to play NBA basketball because of the movement, and then go on and say, I want to start my own league, and say, forget Orlando, those are two very contradicting things. And that's another problem that I and many others have with Kyrie, is that he says one thing and then does another. And not even too long ago, he just said that he wanted to sit with his teammates even though he wouldn't be playing. So he wanted to go in Orlando, go in the bubble, and then it was reported that he might not be allowed to go in the bubble because they want to limit the amount of players that enter the bubble. And then he says he wants to shut down the league. And then he says that he wants to start his own league. Which is it, Kyrie? He's just all over the place. And I know he wants to create change and he has a good heart, But that's where fans are led astray and just confused, is because he's saying all these different things. He wants to do all these different things at the same time. It's just like, focus on one aspect and then get on another. If you weren't allowed and you wanted to ask about more rules and policies for your players as a vice president, go ahead and do that. But you can't be doing all these things at the same time. It's just confusing people, and we don't even know what to believe because the media is just reporting all these stories at once. To summarize the video, I'm glad Kyrie was as outspoken as he was, and while I don't agree with his opinion, I'm glad he had it, because not only did he ask questions about COVID-19 and make it safer for the players and make their lives more enjoyable while they're stuck there for 3 months, he also got players on a conference call, got their opinions. He basically got a vast majority of players' opinions, and that was really important. And yeah, so I think he did good things, but I just don't agree with the point that he made where he said something was a little fishy. I don't see anything fishy about trying to bring back NBA basketball. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be perfect, but overall, they're just trying to save a season. They're trying to save people money, and not just the players that make a lot of money, like the staff and everybody that could be there, I guess. And like overall, they can still pay some people if they're not even present, because they'll just be having games on TV and they'll be getting tons of revenue. So as long as they're not completely greedy, they can help a lot of people out, and they can even donate to the Black Lives Matter movement. So I think that that's the thing that shouldn't be overlooked, and I think sitting out without a cause doesn't help a whole lot. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe, and see you guys in the next one.